Welcome back to Insights. Today we have Matt with us, and he will be sharing some insights into Kabbalah and spirituality. Matt, can you explain to us why we have to go through a group to feel the upper world?
Thank you, Rob. Before we can feel the upper world, we have to get out of the feeling of this world, meaning the feeling that we are under the control of the ego. It cannot be done alone, but only as a group. We have to go through several stages in order to be able to feel the next world, the feeling of the Creator, namely the quality of bestowal.
That's very interesting, Matt. Why do you think people do not understand and feel that they are under the control of the will to receive?
Well, first of all, we have to go through the state of discovering that we are completely under the control of Pharaoh, and that we have nowhere to escape. As it is written, that no one could escape Egypt, the egoistic force, in order to receive. It takes a long time before we discover that we have no possibility of doing anything outside of our ego, and no matter how hard we try, we cannot succeed. This state is called slavery in Egypt, the feeling that we are slaves to our egoistic desire.
Well, Matt, that sounds intense. Who are the people of Israel, and why do they want to distance themselves from their egoistic desires?
Those who want to distance themselves from their egoistic desires are called the people of Israel. Their desire is to reveal the Creator and resemble Him. Although they feel that there is no chance and no hope of ever getting out of the control of the ego, they know that they need the Creator to help them, to give them strength to overcome their nature.
So, how can we win this war against the ego?
Kabbalists give us advice on how to get out of the ego by connecting with each other. They tell us that the way to win this war against the ego is by reaching equivalence of form with the altruistic force called Creator, the force of bestowal. This process is very difficult and very long.
So, how does the force of Moses fit into this process?
According to the general plan of creation, we have to get out of the control of Pharaoh. As we continue to work against our evil inclination, we begin to feel a new force, the force called Moses. Moses is called the faithful shepherd because he is always connected to the Creator. If we draw this force to ourselves, he will take us out of Egypt.
That's interesting, Matt. Can you tell us more about the force of Moses?
The force of Moses is the force of the Creator trying to awaken us. The force called Moses is completely new to our nature. It is trying to pull us away from the control of the will to receive, called the control of the Pharaoh, and bringing us closer to the Creator, the force of love and bestowal.
Wow, that's profound. Can each of us draw this force of Moses to ourselves?
Yes, each one of us has the quality of Moses within us. When we connect all our desires into one common desire and cry out to the Creator to help us overcome the force of Pharaoh, in this we get closer to our exit from Egypt.
Well, that's amazing. How can we connect with others to reach this goal?
Well, it is written in the Torah that Moses organized the people in tens. Try to connect with each other in your tens as recommended by those Kabbalists who have already gone through this process, and see that by joining together in your tens, you will reach the revelation of the Creator between you. Connecting correctly between us is the first step of getting closer to the exodus from Egypt. Before we reach an internal connection of hearts in the ten, there can be no connection with the Creator. The second thing is to develop within our connection a more internal bond called love and reveal the Creator in the ten.
That sounds like a difficult task, Matt. Can you give us some practical advice on how to achieve it?
Absolutely, Rob. The first thing we need to do is understand that we cannot do it alone. It's a group effort. We need to connect with others who have the same desire to exit the control of the ego and get closer to the Creator.
So we need to find like-minded people.
Yes, exactly. And then we need to start working on building a connection between us. It's important to listen to each other and learn how to appreciate and respect each other's opinions and feelings.
And how do we develop this internal bond of love you mentioned?
By working on ourselves. We need to become more aware of our own egoistic desires and learn how to overcome them. This requires a lot of self-reflection and inner work. We also need to learn how to give to others without any expectation of receiving anything in return. This is the essence of love.
It sounds like a long and difficult process, Matt.
Yes, it is, but it's also very rewarding. When we start to feel the connection between us growing stronger and stronger, and we start to reveal the Creator within it, it's an amazing feeling.
Well, thank you, Matt, for joining us today and for sharing these insights into the process of leaving Egypt and getting closer to the Creator.
Thank you for having me again, Rob. It's been a true pleasure.